guys, it's Kat. Welcome back. So today we are doing another to-do list vlog. Very comfy on the couch right now. I don't think that was necessary to say. But what I do feel like is necessary to say is go drink some more water because you probably need some. On today's to-do list, a quick clean with me, the living room, kitchen, bedroom. I have a therapy appointment in, what time is it? In like 2 hours. And organize my summer clothes. I'm so darn excited. Oh, I want to make these little energy balls. I made them like a month ago and I kept meaning to remake them, but I just haven't yet. But now we have all the ingredients and we're gonna make them. And then we may sprinkle some other stuff in there. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, I have laundry to fold. A lot of laundry to fold. Okay, so in the kitchen, in the living room, this is what we're working with. It's not awful, it's not great, but it's not awful. And then if we come, oh, look at this. I'm still so annoyed at myself. So the other day we had like awful rain. I literally bought a cover for this, but I totally forgot to like put it on before the rain. And it was just like torrential downpouring for hours. They're like, I feel it and it's still wet. I'm so mad at myself. Hopefully by tomorrow they'll be good. But I'm still so happy about this. Okay, anyways, moving on. We have, the dining room isn't awful. Still have that giant recycling box from the couch. The outdoor one, the other one we recycled, but this one I'm keeping there to like throw recyclables in, so it's just easier to bring that thing. Got Tim's golf clubs, Tim's pants. And then the kitchen is actually not messy. There's just some clean dishes to put away, and then the dish or the sink has some dirty dishes, but that's not bad. And then the bedroom also isn't awful. Just like I said, some laundry to fold. This is all pretty clean. This are actually, if y'all saw in my last video, Callie says hi. And on Instagram, I talked about how I went to the Taylor Swift Eras tour. Oh my gosh, most incredible night of my life. It was incredible. It was kind of a last minute thing. So I didn't know what I was going to wear. So I literally like took this out and just tore it apart trying to find something. I didn't even end up wearing anything from there. I ended up wearing this like long sleeve, sparkly black bodysuit, which I'm so glad because it was actually pretty chilly at night. But moral of the story, those are the summer clothes that we have to go through. They're already out, which is nice. So yeah, that's kind of all for the bedroom. So not that bad, but let's go get started with the living room. Okay, I just want to take this opportunity, this moment, to say that if there is some sort of a project that you've been putting off, whether it's like a home cleaning organization project or a work project or a school project or just like a personal project, this is your sign to stop procrastinating and just get to it. Remember, the hardest part of almost anything is getting started, but once you get the motivation and it's not even the motivation a lot of the time, it has to be self-discipline. And once you get yourself to start, the momentum starts to build, you start to see results, you start to realize how great it feels to get the project done, and then that just like builds and motivation comes. So whatever it is, this is your sign to get going. And if there is something that's just like coming to your mind right away when I say this, let me know what it is in the comments.
You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better.
I'm so glad this is clean. I actually have to head over, or we have to head over to the living room because I have my therapy session in a minute, like 10-15 minutes, but I want to go get kind of settled in and everything. And then I think we're going to do the laundry after. I got chilly, so I went to put a sweater on, and then I was like, oh, it's going to ruin my like all purple outfit. And then I realized I literally picked out a purple sweatshirt. How cute this sweatshirt is. This is like a perfect therapy sweatshirt. Not that my therapist is gonna see the back of it, but just look at this. It's from Pink, just a cute little sweatshirt. And then on the back, look what it says. Hope you have the best day ever. Isn't that so cute? I'm about to log on my therapy session. I've been doing it like just literally right here, which is honestly so nice to be able to do it from my couch. I'm obviously not going to record my actual session, obviously. Callie is typically here with me. She's like, unfortunately, I have to listen to you blab on. All right. It's like a video session. Always make sure I have water. Hi. I feel really good after that. You just feel a little far away, so I'm gonna bring you a little closer. All right, actually, we made a couple changes. Callie changed her spot and I got a cup of tea. How beautiful is this mug? It's got all lemons on it. I just wanna talk about something that I've talked about with my therapist on multiple sessions actually, and we just talked about it again today, so it's kind of like fresh in my mind, but it has to do with boundaries. She really emphasized to me is that the most important part of a boundary is sticking to it. When people start to push back at you, you have to be like, no, I said that I don't like it when you say that to me, or I said that I can't be there at this time, or I said that I can't do this favor for you, whatever it is. Inevitably, people are going to push back, whether they have negative intentions or not, because sometimes it's just like, you know, you set a new boundary and the person needs to kind of get used to it themselves. And so they may even unintentionally, you know, push that boundary, but that's on you to say, hey, I said that I wasn't okay with this. So being firm with your boundaries does take practice, which is a good thing because it means that you can work on the skill and you can improve your skill. So if you're not good at setting boundaries, guess what? You can get better at it. What my therapist said to do is that you really want to start small. With anything, whenever you want to start something new, like say you're just getting into the gym, right? You don't start going to the gym 5 days a week and doing an hour-long intense workout every single day. You need to pace yourself and ease into it. And she was like, it's the exact same thing with boundaries. You don't just have to jump into like making a list of 20 new boundaries that you want to set with all these different people. Like pick a couple things that are really important to you. And then when somebody pushes back on a boundary that you set, which is inevitable, it's going to happen, you can practice being firm. And then over time, the more that you do that, it's going to get more comfortable, just like anything in life. The more that you're consistent with it and you practice it, you're going to become more comfortable. You're going to figure out the ways that work best for you to like communicate those boundaries. You know, sometimes whether you're talking to a friend, a therapist, a family member, and they just say something that clicks in your mind and you're like, oh my gosh, I really like that. This was one of those moments for me. And honestly, that's one of my favorite parts about therapy is just the fact that like I love when I just have a realization and I'm just like having a conversation with my therapist about my feelings, about a situation that I'm going through, whatever it is, and they say something that's like, oh my gosh, like it just clicks, right? If y'all have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I have been a huge advocate for therapy for a very long time, and that is why I could not be more excited and honestly honored to share that this video is actually sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp has honestly been one of like my dream brands to work with for as long as I can remember because I feel so strongly about therapy. Not only is BetterHelp the largest therapy service in the world, but it's also 100% online. I've personally done both in-person and online therapy, and I will say that there are pros and cons to both, but the flexibility that online therapy gives you is so incredibly valuable. Do your therapy from your car, you can do it from your bedroom, you can do it on a walk, like you can do your therapy wherever suits you best. And not only like the location is flexible, but the timing is flexible. Say you have a really busy schedule, you can do your therapy in the morning before you start work or in the evenings without having to drive, or even during lunch. The fact that you have so much flexibility to decide when is the best time to talk to your therapist makes therapy seem way more manageable, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been there thinking like, I really should go to therapy, but like, I don't have time. And I personally like to do my therapy sessions with a video call. I feel like I really connect very well with my therapist that way. But you have the option to do video calls, you could do phone calls, you could do messaging. Like they're so flexible with the way that you communicate with your therapist, so you can choose what works best for you. And you can also switch it. I've had weeks where I did phone calls with my therapist because that worked better. And I've messaged with my therapist. And another thing that I know I have felt stressed about before, and people that I've talked to in my life who've done therapy have said that this was a stressor for them, is stressing about like, are you going to click with your therapist? And if you don't click with your therapist, feeling like it's difficult to go find a new one, and you know, either you have to go to a new practice or you have to reach out to new therapists. It can honestly be like a long process sometimes. But with BetterHelp, you fill out information, like they ask you a bunch of questions about yourself, which is kind of nice. Like I like answering questions about myself. And then they match you with a therapist that is like handpicked for you based off of how you answer the questions, like what you share that you need, which is really, really cool. And if you do feel like, you know, not click with your therapist, because sometimes it does, you know, you don't always click with the first therapist, it is completely free to change therapists, and it's very easy, so you don't have to stress about you know, it being a complicated process to change therapists if you feel like that's what you need to do. Having somebody that you can talk to that is completely unbiased from your like normal everyday life, that you can just bounce ideas off of, you can share your thoughts with them, you can have unfiltered conversations where you just say everything that's on your mind, and they could kind of like give you advice and help you organize your thoughts and help you work through certain situations and give you different perspectives, that has, you know, actual background and experience in education in psychology, who can share different tips and tricks and methods to cope with different things that you're going through, is so valuable. And I'm really, really excited to share with y'all that if you go to my link, betterhelp.com/katmay, you can actually get 10% off of your first month of therapy. I've linked them in the description, so if you want to check that out, I highly, highly recommend. If you have ever, even for a second, considered therapy, even if you have never considered therapy, consider it now. I honestly think that everybody, literally everybody, could benefit from therapy. I'm just really grateful to be working with them and to be able to share all of this with y'all. So again, thank you so much, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this video. And I think right now, one other sip of my tea, first and foremost, and I kind of just want to chill right now. I think I may go make myself a little snack and then just chill. What do you think, Cal? Or maybe we'll go for a walk. She's like, yeah, I like that idea. Thank you guys for listening. And we're back. It is many hours later. It is currently 8:12 p.m. I'm in my pajamas, but we are about to fold all this laundry, and I'm watching Selling Sunset. Oh my gosh. Have you all seen this? Oh, Callie wants to come in. Come on. Oh, hi, Callie. Callie came to join us. Are y'all watching the season of Selling Sunset? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's all I have to say. It's crazy. I'm on episode 10. Oh, but there are 11. I was gonna be like, am I on the last episode? No, I still have 1.5 more episodes. So we're gonna fold this monster of a laundry pile. This is actually 2 loads of clean laundry. And I'm gonna go to bed. Well, then Tim and I are gonna watch Shameless or Suits. Those are like our 2 current shows, and then we'll go to bed.
From my window, sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door. You don't have to wait.
All right, here's the before and all done. I love a nice made bed, especially when I'm about to get in it. Tim is currently taking a bath, and so when he's done, I think we're just gonna chill and watch some Netflix. Right, baby? Night, guys. See you in the morning. Okay, so it's actually a couple days, it's the next day. I don't know why I was gonna say a couple days later. It's the next day, and last night Tim went to Costco and he came home, and this is how I know I'm getting old, because I was so darn excited when he came home with the new vacuum. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to try that out. So this wasn't like originally planned, but we have a Costco unboxing. And we'll do some vacuuming. Ooh, so many tools. That's so fun! Put this thing together. Oh, I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know how this works. All right, I think I got it figured out. All right, let's vacuum up this carpet. I don't really feel like doing too much vacuuming right now, but I just am like excited about it, so I want to do some vacuuming, you know what I mean? And then I'll let y'all know what I think. Our vacuum broke a while ago, like a long time ago, so I haven't had like a handheld vacuum like this, or like a pushing vacuum like this. I do obviously have like my little handheld vacuum, which I've been using, and then the Roomba. That's how I've been doing like big vacuums. But this, I'm really excited because I haven't been able to like have like a handheld vacuum in a long time. The one that we previously had was actually also a Shark vacuum from Costco. Felt really smooth using it. Oh wow, it definitely looks like it picked up a lot of dirt. I didn't even think this carpet was that dirty. Look at this. Well, it's kind of gross, but I'm gonna show you anyways. Literally just from that, I did not do any other vacuuming than what you just saw. And that's how much dirt there is. It picked up. So this clearly has a really good suction. I really did not think that this carpet was that dirty. Wow, that's your fault. Now I think we are actually gonna go finally do the clothes, like organize all my summer clothes. I'm excited to do that. So I think that's what we're gonna go work on now. But first I'm gonna like put this away. Okay, we are finally getting around to doing the clothes. I am actually, oh, of course, literally just as I turn my camera on, the battery starts blinking. Well, that was annoying. Literally just as I was saying that, it like died. But we got the new battery. All right, so first I think what we're gonna do is take out all of my fall sweaters out of my closet. Let me show you, hold on, actually. Okay, so you can see I just have like a ton of sweaters here that like I obviously am not gonna be wearing. And then even down here, there's some more. You know what show I'm actually going to start watching again? By the way, I finished the season of Selling Sunset, and all I have to say is I don't know what to say. But I watched Desperate Housewives way back in literally like 2013. This is like just 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And I've like never rewatched it, but I did really like it. And recently I've been seeing so many clips of it on my TikTok, and I kind of like have been getting into them. And I was like, let me see if I could just rewatch it. And I found it on Hulu. So I think we're gonna take a big journey again. It's been 10 years. We're doing it. We're doing it right now. We're gonna watch the first episode, the pilot. It feels so good to have this organized and all now my summer. Now it just like feels more summery and like exciting for or I feel more excited for the warm weather now that this is done. And if you're curious, the mess under there is just all like, well, those are extra pillowcases, and then a bunch of like sweatshirts, sweaters, that sort of a thing. And then these are like the sweaters and long sleeve shirts. Up here are all my like little tops. And then I do have a ton more tops in a drawer. I may end up bringing like hanging up more of those tops just because I do have the space in the closet to hang them up, but we're not going to do that right now. That'll be a future activity. What do you think, baby? Are you happy? All right, I think I'm actually gonna go edit this video now. That is our next activity. Good morning, guys. Well, for me it's morning. I don't know if it's morning for you, but it is morning for me. It's like 7 in the morning, and we are about to make some little energy balls. Essentially, the like 3 main ingredients that you need are oats, some sort of like a I don't know, like a peanut butter or a nut butter, something like that, and then some sort of like either honey or syrup. So those are like the big 3, and then you can kind of add stuff. So like I'm gonna be adding some protein powder, some chia seeds. Last time I made these, I put little chocolate chips. I'm also gonna add in some salt. You could do flax seeds, you could do dried fruit, you could do nuts. So many different ways that you can do this. And I'll be honest, I pretty much just like go for it. Like I really don't follow a recipe when I make these. I just kind of like eyeball it. But I will have a recipe linked in the description if you want to check out and like see the exact measurements. I have done it with the measurements before, but I always just end up adding and taking away anyway. Not taking away, but like adding anyway. So let's just get to baking. Oh, and the really cool thing about this is that you don't need to bake it. Like I know I just said baking, but like you just put it all in here, and then we're gonna roll it up into little balls and put it in the fridge. And you just like wait 30 minutes. So no bake. I think I can fit a few more chia seeds in here. Oh shoot, I just forgot. My sister had given me a tip that you like put the peanut butter or the whatever nut butter you're using in the microwave to warm it up first, but I'm clearly not doing that. So this is gonna take a lot of mixing. Again, I'm really just not, like, I'm just going for it, but you can totally follow a recipe if you would prefer. I feel like here is what it looks like before I'm gonna go ahead and actually make the balls. I feel like this is looking really good. Like I got a good consistency. Again, no idea what amount of anything I put in, but I will leave a recipe below. And what I also like about this is you don't have to do balls. You could literally do like flatten it out into a pan and then cut it up into little bars, make bars out of it. You could do like where you make the ball but then flatten it so they're like little cookies. There's like so many different ways to do them, but I think I want to do balls.
Something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
All done. Once I'm gonna put them in the refrigerator like this, and then I'll put them in like a bowl or something. Well, actually, maybe I'll just transfer them to a bowl right now. I'm so darn happy that we actually made these. And tomorrow later me is gonna be really happy when I can have one as a snack. I don't know why, but I'm like loving doing these little outros just on my webcam on my computer. If you watch until this part and you feel comfortable, I would love to know in the comments, what is one thing that you are working on within yourself? Like for me, I talked a lot about how I'm trying to, you know, work on being more firm with boundaries and consistent with boundaries and just being more comfortable with setting boundaries and sticking to them and all of that. But I'm curious, what is something that you are really working on? Again, if you're comfortable sharing. And if you are even the least bit interested in therapy, I highly, highly recommend you check out BetterHelp. So thank you again so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. And don't forget, if you click the link in my description, betterhelp.com/Katmay, you can get 10% off your first month of therapy. Even if you've never really thought about doing therapy for yourself, I promise you from experience, it can make a world of a difference when you have somebody that you can talk to. So I hope that can help and resonate with some of y'all. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.